She should have been black. And she should have like many apostrophes in her name.
Yep. All of a
Guys.
sudden, our podcast went from PG to American History X.
I need to repair.
Where'd Siri go?
I'm right here.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Stream should be up. Let's make sure we can actually hear each other.
Testing.
Testing. I'm also streaming. Yep. All of a
Guys.
sudden, our podcast went from PG
Oh, this
to
is live?
American History. Well, I'm streaming the diadem.
There we go.
Oh,
Okay, good.
cool.
But
And mine is up
I'm
as well.
probably not going to watch. I'm probably not going to do any sort of talking about the diadem run, cause something podcast.
Something podcast, something.
Yeah. Dude, I can barely pay attention. Cause I actually turn off my brain when I play this game, so having to turn it on while playing is kind of weird.
Where's the repair guy here?
That's the jeweled crozier at the other end of the map.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what the fuck?
All the way there.
On the way down.
Okay, this is stupid. Where do I find the exploratory mission thing?
It's at where everyone else is.
You talk to NPC and he initiates.
Orophen. Yeah, and he goes register for Ishguardian.
Okay.
Let me
and then
repair
it
real quick.
brings up- Oh yeah? I'm gonna stall for time. Like that. See? See what I did there?
Yeah.
Okay.
That man has a giant Moogle head.
Giant Moogle head. Okay, I'm registering now.
Does Josh have to be in the same exact zone as us?
He is in the same
Nope.
zone.
Yep.
He's just not in targetable range.
Oh, let me edit this. You know, I realize I'm not logged in, so I can't edit it. Shit.
Yep, it's doing this to me again. I don't know what happened ever since I patched. Maybe we can mention that because
So what's
my
the issue?
game, ever since I patched, it like lags and it like super lags me when during the load screen, and sometimes it like an S rank popped. Dang it!
How do you know these things, you cheating son of a...
I am in a link shell, a hunt link shell.
Oh, so am I.
Uh-huh.
It's one of those guilds that work.
Now that we're doing this, I can't actually edit the damn title of the stream, so fuck it. I'm lazy, and I'm running into this thing like an asshole. Oh god, I'm terrible tonight.
Oh my god.
I think Rayo's stacking. So just keep running for the Aether current.
I was just about to tag it.
Nope, keep going for the next one.
If you get
Stack and
aggro, just
stack and
run.
Right, because we're like on the first... Got it.
And then if we all get flying, we can just lure every single mob away.
Yeah, exactly.
There's one over that way.
I got something behind me. I'm gonna wait. Shit.
There's
I'm
one
gonna
inside the wall.
die.
God damn it, I got aggroed.
Saw
Running.
Stack it!
This is going very smoothly.
Oh god, you pulled another one.
Hey, I'm getting him away from the currents.
He's doing a great job.
No, he's doing fantastic. I'm just
Alright.
fucking it up.
Best job. He's the best. Alright, oh shit, it's back.
I'm
There's not
ruining
chaos
this.
below. Back, chaos, back!
I'm trying to get that.
I'll hit it.
But he's already dead anyway. Alright, heading back to the beginning.
You know
What
what
are
I'll
we
do? Who's fuck. I'm just gonna die and fly, because I can fly now, so I don't really care.
Oh yeah, if you can fly and lure everything away, that would be great.
Dino
Thanks,
Island,
Siri.
when y'all set.
I took the hit for you guys. Awesome, Kokomo.
So,
Come on, Kokomo.
everyone got them all?
I used it tank to be fair, Kokomo.
I need 2 more.
I need one more. Where's the last one? I see it.
One in the log.
No, it's right there. I see the corner.
I died in the air.
I can't get to the last one. Damn
Why
right.
did I die in
Badass
the air?
motherfucker. On my gold lightsaber.
Is Callet missing one?
I'm missing that last one.
So wait, I show up dead at the start point. That's random.
Yeah, that was vicious.
If someone can get this scorpion that's kind of staring at this current.
I'm heading in that direction. 1 second.
Yeah, I've got 2 scorpions in front of me.
1 second.
Thank you.
I'm waiting. Okay, once we get Aether Currents, we'll actually start the podcast. So go around this way? Okay. So once we get to Dino Island, we don't have to talk anymore.
That's true.
Alright. That sounds like a great idea. So now we have to slay ageless dynamites.
Oh, so we have to kill these things anyways?
Are these ageless dynamites?
Yes, they are.
Oh, dude, we had to kill them anyway. That's part of our thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, let's go for it. Shit.
Boo.
Okay, once we get we're almost in a position where we're going to start the podcast. We got a distraction, so.
Yeah.
Are you all set with your stuff? We're streaming now.
I think everybody's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
but don't we have to kill these?
Is Calla good?
Yeah. Calla said 4 to 4. Yeah.
Yeah, Kalla's also, like, partially dead in real life. She's pretty sick, so she's not going to be on cast tonight, which is sucky. Okay, are we doing this?
Okie doke.
What is this?
Somebody just called track into item.
And Rayo found the pure white.
Okay.
Okay, so
And
what
we
are we
gotta kill the
doing?
ageless dynamite.
These are ageless dynamites right here. Okay, well,
I just called it. Okay. So I guess we should go ahead and start this up, right?
woo!
So I'm going to go ahead and start this now.
Got
Give
it.
a little bit of silence. Hello, welcome to Sequence Break 14, XIV 14, XIV 14, the podcast about Final Fantasy 14.
That's a long name for the show. I didn't know
I
it
don't
was,
even know.
It's the best name for the
I'm
show.
in the wrong class.
I was like, is it
Yeah,
XIV or
that's
I
what
totally
this
drew a
is.
blank there for a second. It was great.
Let's do XIV 14, XIV 14, XIV 14. I'm changing the website now.
And it's a podcast about Final Fantasy 14, XIV 14, XIV.
XIV 14.
And this is Season 3, Episode 16. Today we have a couple people with us. We have myself, I'm Siri. Hello, hello. And we also have Joe. Joe, say what's up.
Hello.
We got Dark.
Hello.
We have a Jeff.
Why am I the only one who's something?
Because you are
Dark
a
Day
Jeff.
today was like,
You want to be the
"You
Jeff
have a
now? You can be the Jeff.
Yo, my
Ooh,
name is
he could
Jeff.
be the Jeff.
My name
You
is Jeff.
people.
And we have Oro Senpai.
Hey everybody, it's me, Orophen.
Orophen! So, unfortunately,
Sounds
Cal
like
is
a
sick.
drug.
Don't we
And-
have to kill more?
Yes, we do. Cal is sick and won't be joining us
Why
tonight,
is everyone
sadly.
flying away?
And today's topics, while we do Diadem because we're kind of fiends for it, is we're going to talk about our 3.1 impression. So it's not going to be anything too hefty, just kind of ranty, ravey, what's going on, maybe do some emails, and let that be that. So, why don't we start with the new dungeons? And I guess the
I
best...
like them.
let's start with the easier of the two to talk about, which is Pharaoh Sirius Hard. Or
Pharaoh
by...
Sirius
I,
easy.
yeah, Pharaoh Sirius...
Part is easy to talk
Exactly.
about.
I don't know. It's a cool zone. Honestly, I do like it, but it's really cakewalky.
I mean, is it
That's
easy
not a
because
butt.
we've all been like
That's
gearing
not
up
a butt
with
at all.
210 gear, whatever?
No.
Or...
I can say with certainty no, because I've been doing it on my SAR character. My SAR character is like really struggling to be 180, and it's pretty easy.
What's the item level requirement for it?
I don't know. I'm like
175,
I'm like,
I think.
I'm like 182 or some shit on my SAR character, and I'm breezing through it.
Huh. Yeah, when I went through it last night was my first time doing it, and it just didn't really seem hard. I
Yeah,
guess.
it's really not. I mean,
Well,
it.
you know, you got to compare it to Pharaoh Sirius normal, the level we went in at, and it's like it's no comparison.
Well, even then, like look at Never Reap. Never Reap has things that still mess up high level players who are not paying attention, and maybe that exists in like the second boss, but overall, like the mechanics are fun. Don't get me wrong, I do like the mechanics, except for the last boss. I find it a little boring. But
Yeah, the last boss is stupid.
yeah.
But it's Mom Bomb.
I'm the only one that likes the last boss. I don't know
I like Mom Bomb too.
why everybody complains about that boss.
It's not a complaint. I just think comparatively to the other two bosses, the mechanics are kind of there. It's simplistic, and there's nothing
I'll tell
wrong
you-
with simplicity.
I'll tell you this right now. Mechanics that have the boss and like large pauses in the middle where, you know, people lose grease lightning, or you're like, fuck, I just popped blood for blood or whatever, and the boss has disappeared. I hate that so much.
No, I completely agree.
I mean, like the first boss in Never Reap was dumb like that. The last boss in hard mode, Pharos, is dumb like that. And we're just like, you just fucking disappear, and it's like, oh, that's stupid. Anyway, just short rant.
But Construct 18 or Construct 8.
What are you talking about?
He's
I
he's
really
from
like-
Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah, it is.
You kill like what, 2 of them in there?
Is it 3 in total? Because
The-
one solo, one near the end, and one in the hallway.
2 in the hallway.
2 in the hallway. Okay,
Is it 2 in the hallway? Okay.
so then like 3, something like that.
To be fair, I've only ran that dungeon 3 times.
I've only done it twice.
I spammed it
I've
a
only-
lot today.
I've only done it
was-
once.
I wanted to cap SOs, so just sort of.
Yeah.
I've been just getting a lot of Arboretum.
Now, before we move on,
away we go.
before we get to
Arby's
that,
burrito.
no, oh, you ruined it. No, the one thing I did want to say about what's it called, Pharaoh Sirius. One of our SE mates actually pointed out something very interesting. Because it takes place underground for so long, it feels less like Pharaoh Sirius and more like Copper Bells.
It does, especially with like
Agreed.
the type of enemies you're fighting.
Yeah, it's all
Mhm.
kobolds and bomby and all that, so it kind of feels more Copper Bell-y than it would like Pharaoh Sirius. I expected more dead pirates or I don't know.
Tyrant
mermaids.
should have came back.
Yeah, exactly.
and he'd be super buff or something.
But I guess since we've already, we kind of shot our load on that, let's talk about Samuel Shan's Arboretum, or, as our FC calls it,
Arby's
Oro.
burrito.
Arby's burritos.
Saint
Arby's.
Moccasins Arby's Burrito.
Arby's burritos. Yeah.
So damn good. No one figured out how to say it in the beginning. It's so damn grand.
Arby's burritos are so delicious.
I love fishes because they're so delicious.
So
Yeah, go fish.
wait, are we going to the White Crystal?
We can always do it 15 minutes too.
Got it.
So, what do you guys think of that place?
I like it.
I
like
really
it.
like. I really like it. I like the first boss. Very Zelda-y.
Oh, that's
oh,
great.
I can
Yeah,
see that.
you
Yeah.
can totally see that.
It's very Zelda-y. And the second boss. What is the second boss?
The
The
bees.
Second,
though.
the bees. Oh, the bees.
Oh, yeah, the
They don't let you have bees
That's-
in here.
That one's very annoying, but I don't mind it. Like the
Same.
mechanics, are like fuck, I forgot about that. But because the boss doesn't disappear that much, and like the ads that come up and blah blah blah, like the phases are actually really smooth, and the fight is just kind of well done. I think.
Yeah, I like the movement of the bees and the kind of massive spray columns.
And it makes it kind of random.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Because
It-
their
I like
patterns
it.
are random, right?
Oh yeah.
So you don't feel like you're moving the exact same way every single time. So it's got some kind of fluidity to it. But no, I like it. The music is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
And the bears with the flower hats.
Bears with the flower hats? I don't. Honestly, I don't think I've been paying attention to them.
Aw.
They are the parasites.
What? Did I miss
They
something?
kind of look like they have like fungus growing off of them. or
Oh,
something.
okay.
So it's like,
Dude,
a
I play healer. I'm
parasite.
looking at bars all day. And then we have.
That's a cool dungeon. I like it.
It is. It is.
And the gear that drops from it. Oh man, looks so good.
Oh, the new
Cool.
gear is so pretty.
Isn't that gear from both?
Yeah.
Tell me
it's
that
from
gear's
both.
both.
It is from both.
Okay. I don't remember anything anymore.
And it's 185, so it's technically better than your assurance
Yeah,
stuff.
it's better than assurance stuff, which is
It can
like,
be,
really
yeah.
cool. And I don't know. I find it right now for me is kind of sad that like I'm like struggling on my other character because it's like ugh. I like hit 60 like 2 weeks before 3.1 lands, and it's really hard to get gear. So I'm struggling to gear up, and like every dungeon drop is like, oh, this is an upgrade.
So wait,
I feel
what makes it
kinda-
hard to get gear?
I mean, we can talk about it more in a bit, but continuing on with the
Okay,
dungeons,
we'll get back to that, okay.
Like, I really like the two dungeons, and the last boss for Arboretum is I like that it's chaotic, which is really good. I like that a lot.
I agree. Like, it's really easy to die in that fight, like I did yesterday. Like, you don't pay attention. You're like, oh, you turn around for a hot second and then dead.
Yep.
So-
Luckily, me and Oro. were
No,
there.
okay. So, was it that dungeon or was it the last boss in Pharaoh's Sirius that you guys soloed?
We did two of them. It was,
Did you guys go double warrior?
yeah, we just did
That's
war,
fucking cool.
healer, and DPS.
So, I screwed up because I was distracted by cats and I ate dirt. And the next thing I know, I'm dead. So then our friend Marley dies. And then you and Oro end up tanking the dude from like 22% to 0.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah, that was
fucking
awesome.
ridiculous.
Yeah, he
War-
was a lightweight.
That was the
Clearly.
last boss of Arby's Burrito.
Oh, that's right.
We
The
did
last
the
boss, yeah.
last 10% of a different boss. I think
So what, you
he's
just
in
like
the B.
you just kept self heals up and shit?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then when his heals were down, I poked it off of him, and then
Oh,
I
that's
started,
dope.
And then he helped, and then he self healed, and we just sort of bounced in between each other.
It was really, really awesome to watch.
Or-
So,
Or-
what was
Or
your
you
favorite
can
I can see that working with a Dark Knight too, because we have self heals.
Are they as intense
should
as
try
the
it.
Warriors? Yeah, you should.
You should.
Like, I'm totally down to just sit in a corner and let you guys just do your thing.
So what? 2 warrior, 2 dark party, doing dungeons?
No, 2 warriors and a Dark Knight and 1 healer.
Nope. Double warrior, double dark, no healers.
Double dark.
Go big or go home.
It's funny.
So, there was another dungeon. That is Void Ark.
Wait, what? Ah, yeah, that's right. Maybe.
Alright, let's
I
talk
will
about
say-
Void Ark.
I will say right now, what I don't... I like Void Ark as a dungeon. I hate Void Ark because 80-minute queue for fucking tank.
I agree.
Don't
That
like
shit fucking
that.
sucks.
That's so dumb because I can't level anything else with my limited playtime. You know, I wish I was a no-lifer, I guess, still. Not bashing no-lifers.
So,
'cause
was it
I
really 80
was.
minutes?
80-some-odd minutes earlier today. And
That-
earlier today,
that's
as in,
disgusting.
like, before this podcast happened, that's what happened. Just...
Like, the worst queue I ever had was 45 on a...
On what?
I think a machinist. Machinist, I think it was.
Mm.
I had to think.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's... I think the queues are like range melee, healer, tank queues. I think.
Yeah, I was in queue for like 40 minutes and I gave up.
Yeah, I know, right? You just gave up.
Yeah, I
because
just gave
of
up,
this
switched to
night.
something else, and I was like, yeah, I'll just level something else.
That's pretty much what I ended up doing most nights. Most nights it's like...
Yeah, but I don't know what to think about that place because I like the music and I don't like the music at the same time.
Oh man, okay. The whole place is great. I love it because it's not fucking annoying. Number one, like what's it called? CT, World of Darkness, because like no stupid like fight mechanics that require every alliance, blah blah blah, to have to do something in a particular way, because you know, some people could just fucking troll the shit out of you.
Oh,
We were
like
talking about
the
this, you know.
Atmos and stuff.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
ha ha ha! I'm just going to not do this and like force another party to
Do you
have to fucking wipe.
do you remember what we were talking about when the expansion was coming out and how there was going to be the need or the ability to desync and how dungeons from this point forward should be made with desyncing and underleveling in mind?
No, yes.
Okay, so we talked about how you can't do things like Labyrinth of the Ancients because the Atomos areas. You can't do World of Darkness because of the three-way spread, theoretically, because you need multiple people to do things.
Oh, yes.
There's nothing like that I can really think of that works that way in this first stage of Void Ark.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing that like requires you to have the the 100% cooperation. Of
What about
the
the
other...
pods? In the not room?
No, like that's like super minimal.
Yeah, it's only one person. So when you're overleveled
Oh, you're
enough, you
right.
can go back in whenever the hell you want, and those three people, when you can one-shot everything, step on your pod and be good. So you can go back and get the glamour gear there if you're so inclined. But I think that's pretty rad. I'm really glad they paid attention to that.
Oh
Me too.
my goodness! Look at those! Oh my goodness, Jeff! Look at those pants.
Oh my god, those are my pants.
Oh my goodness, those are your pants.
So yeah. So what do you think about the actual framework of Void Ark in terms of like how it's set up, like the story and whatnot so far?
honestly did not look at the story. Maybe I'm just dumb, but you know, I like couldn't bring myself to read. I don't know. I'm
no,
just
I mean
not a
you
very-
were like that before. You freely admit
I
that you
mean,
didn't
that's
watch
what
a
I
whole
was
lot of
like that
stuff,
before, yeah.
and that's totally fine. But what do you think about like then the dungeon design or something like that?
Like I said, the dungeon design is cool. The place looks cool. The music is not super annoying. Like I really didn't like the CT and ST music
Oh, I love the
And,
CT
like,
music.
and World of Darkness. Maybe because you know
You listen to it too
I
much?
didn't appreciate it because I didn't play FF3,
That could be it.
so I couldn't appreciate it. But you know, I'm like going back and even listening to the FF3 like music, like in its original state or whatever.
It didn't do anything for you.
I was just like, just didn't do it for me. Like I said, my first FF was FF4, so
That's fair. That's fair. So, did anyone in the chat actually pay attention to the story at all? I'm curious.
I did, but it's been so long I can't really remember off the top of my head. And we got tracks.
I'm not super into the story this far. I think it feels very loose. Like I'm liking where it's going, but I think the initial framework was kind of like, eh.
It's a Sky Pirate story, right?
Yeah.
There seems to be
we're
a
all
complaint. A lot of people for this part of the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people feel like the story's lacking.
Oh yeah,
I mean-
the 3.1 story. I want to talk about that later.
Oh, that's
we
what I
should
haven't done.
we should actually talk about it right now. Is this going to be spoiler or not? We discuss it right now.
No, we're spoiling.
Okay.
All
We're
right, well,
spoiling.
everybody who's listening on Twitch, we're spoiling the 3.1 story. So
So if you haven't finished
I
it, run
heard-
the fuck
I
away.
heard that you could do it in an hour and a half.
It was an
reading,
hour and a half.
Right?
It was really short.
Yeah. So you're really not spoiling too much.
It was fucking cool, though.
Nice.
It was a
Okay.
good story thing.
There were some
I'll
good
just-
parts to it.
I'll just shut up from now because
I do think that there were some really cool things there, but I don't like the direction that they're taking. No. There's no sense of finality. And Dark and I had a really long conversation about this, and she vehemently disagrees. Because I think, what did you said that you actually like the fact they bring people back?
Did I say something like that? I don't remember.
Yeah, remember we were talking about how it was awesome that Thancred came back, and I was like, no, it's bullshit.
Yes!
I think I said it was awesome because of the fact that I do like the Scions, with a few exceptions, and the fact that they're just like, and now they're all dead.
Your mic's
Your
cutting
mic-
out, dear.
is like
Underwater.
in a sock.
Hello?
There we go.
Hi, what's up?
So re-say what you just
Oh,
said, sorry.
I was kind of along the lines of the fact that I liked most of the Scions, and they were just like, and now they're dead, was sort of unfulfilling to me.
Fair.
And
And
so the fact that they are in the direction of bringing at least some of the ones I liked back, I thought was very cool.
I'm gonna say this. I don't think it matters that Thancred came back. I don't think it matters that Thancred died. Like the main thrust of the last story, and yes, this is another spoiler, was that the Empress died. The
Yeah, Sultana.
whatever the hell she was, she died, and that was like a big deal. And then all
That was
the
a big
Scions
deal.
died,
It
and
was.
yeah, they all died, but yeah. It would have been more of a heavy weight if the Scion stayed dead, but I think the biggest problem was that Sultana came back.
so that's
and-
actually the kind of point that I'm trying to make. Keep going.
Yeah,
I'll-
but Thancred coming back, and this is my own personal opinion, Thancred's not really. I don't really care about Thancred. I don't care about his story. I don't care. His death has no weight to me whatsoever in terms of how the story is going. So it's not important to me that he comes back or he lives. It's important to me that like more likable, bigger characters actually come back, like the Sultana And I don't know any names of anyone. My mind has totally blanked out on everything lately.
It's
but
okay.
some of the Scions, yeah, maybe. But Thancred, come on. Like the leader chick, if she died, the blonde-haired girl, I don't know what her name is.
Minfilia.
Minfilia, if she died, that would be like a heavier weight than Thancred dying to me.
Fair. So
If Robin died, or Merlwydd died, or that Con Senna, if she died, that would be a big deal.
I'd actually be happy if Connie Senna died, but whatever. Okay,
But,
so
I mean, oh, go ahead.
I was going to play off you actually. So you're talking about how there's weight to these major characters being killed, correct?
Sure.
Okay, so the Sultana dies, she comes back to life. That was really, really weird to swallow, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was.
Yeah.
I
So
thought it was awesome, and I thought that she should have stayed dead.
I
Honestly.
agree. So here's the point that I was basically making, is that you have that one major heart-wrenching moment that is cheapened, essentially. And you when you get to that point, and you're kind of like, okay, this is fine, but then other people that you expected to be dead are now coming back. So what that means to me is that any character that I see die from this point forward, I shouldn't give a shit. I should not care, because you've already burned me like now 3 times, well, actually 5 times completely, because we've already seen Papalima and Ida. So
No, you can't really.
I will tell you this right now: the only people who I thought were dead were Thancred and the Mr. chick that he was with. I don't remember her name. The one that casted the spell. Y'shtola. And Minfilia and the what's it called? The Sultana. Those are the only people who I was like, yes, they are dead. Straight up dead.
Okay, so do you remember that Rogadin chick who was doing like the techie stuff?
Mon Brita.
and figuring stuff out? I mean, she actually died, right?
Yes. So in my mind, at some point, I'm going to see her again now. Because that's the precedent that they've set by killing Sultana, bringing her back.
Like, all of a sudden, we're playing friggin' Supernatural 14, where when
Well, no,
people die
like,
at the end of the season, they
It was
come
the whole.
back.
It's the exact same reason where like they brought back Superman, and like it cheapened death in all of comic books because nobody stays dead.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the Jean Grey
That was
thing.
going on way before Superman.
It's just like the Jean Grey thing. Do you care when Jean Grey dies? No, because Jean Grey is going to come back in like 2 fucking comic books.
Oh, but she's the Phoenix, and blah 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 blah, rebirth, etc.
But that's kind of the stance that I take on it
Just
now.
kidding.
Where I for the briefest of moments, I was sad that Harshafant got killed. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm going to see him again as a zombie or some other bullshit down the line.
Yeah, that's right. He got killed. So him too. You know.
But
then again-
And Louis came back too, technically.
I don't think that we're going to see Harshafant or that Rogadin chick come back. I think that those are going to be examples of characters that don't come back. I think that they do have people that they want to be a part of the story and people that they consider to be expendable. And those were expendable characters. You could tell they were expendable characters because of how they appeared and what they did in the story. So I really don't think that they're going to come back. I don't have anything like, oh, well, now I don't have to worry about any character ever come back. I think that what they're trying to do is, I think what they tried to do with those 2 deaths was to show you, oh, hey, we can kill off characters, so maybe you should be a little worried.
And I was for a period of time. Then people started coming back, and like every time that happens again, that worry lessens because then you start to second guess: is this person going to come back? So it may quote add a layer of depth to the story because they may actually come back more powerful than ever, but it takes away from the emotional impact at the moment. It's kind of how I sit on it.
Yep. It's less. Oh man, he died, and more. I wonder how he comes back.
Maybe it's because I just hate Thancred. I just don't really give a fuck.
Oh, that's totally understandable.
Maybe
I'm cool with
that's
that.
all.
I don't particularly like or hate any character. It's just you sully the moment.
Yeah, totally. And future
What were you
moments.
saying, Dart? What were you saying?
I was wondering if it was just because you were being anti-Thancred. Like, is it because he's a male and you didn't really like him? Because most
I
people I
don't-
know really like Thancred.
I don't like him because he's a male. I don't like him because he's a little punk-ass bitch. That's
He's a shallow character too. Like it's kind
You
of
gotta,
eh.
you gotta take that shit
character.
from him, Thancred. You gotta take that shit from him.
Who got taken over by the Asians. Fucking
he's a
Hey, his
shitty
new outfit
character.
is dope.
He is useless as fuck. That's all I have to say. He's more useless than Minfield.
oh wow,
Ooh.
that's fighting words right there.
That shot's fired.
And I wholeheartedly mean that, 100%.
Damn son.
Who was it? I think it was Joe that was telling me that the internet wants Minfilia to be dead.
Everybody
No
wants
way.
Minfilia.
Because
Yeah.
the internet does not like Minfilia.
I mean, I don't know. I like Minfilia because Minfilia just is a girl, and we need more girls.
Section 9 Brown Coat does make a good point that Louis and Hashir, Ferrant, whatever,
They're minor. That's
are
correct.
minor characters. But, you know what? I think I just hate Thancred, and anything I say is tainted by that.
It's totally possible, and I think that because I tried to care, I might care a little too much. 'Cause I liked the story in up to 2.55, and then everything since then has been kind of not as impactful, but it's kind of hard to wage the beginning of a story against the climax of one. That sound fair?
I suppose so. I don't know. Kokumuo says, I disagree at least some. For all the Scions, they made death unclear and uncertain. No characters that they have shown die are dead besides the Empress.
And that's a fair point. You see her body, but they even say, "Did you check it?" Which is stupid, but hey, whatever.
Well, that's like a common movie trope.
Yeah.
I want you to bring me his body, or you go back and search for his body. You don't know if he's... That happens all the time. That's just like a thing.
Rah, 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 rah. I'm grumpy old man, grumpy old man.
Chief Dork says, I want Alpha Nod to be put in a forced labor camp to fetch boxes.
But he made the best faces in the story. It was fantastic.
Oh, yeah,
Oh no! Don't you talk about that! It was so good.
and it was adorable, and I think it was relatable too. Like, I don't like Alphinaud very much, but that was adorable.
He's actually grown a hell of a lot as a character, and I really appreciate that.
I appreciate Alpha Nod more than I appreciate a lot of the other characters.
I will second that. I used to hate that fuck. but-
Alphanod played a huge role in Coil, and I really enjoyed Coil. Not that I cared about the storyline at all, but you know, I saw him in the cutscenes just before pressing skip cutscene.
While we're on the subject, what about that new Lalafell character with the...
Krillin.
Adorable!
I think most people just want his hoodie.
Yes!
Right?
Did you call her a him?
That's a her,
Did you
dude.
call that beautiful
Oh,
specimen
okay.
of a waifu a him?
Oh,
How dare you, sir?
Is that your waifu
dare you.
status?
Yeah.
Okay, this is where we're all gonna
Sorry,
die.
Sorry, Tataru. There's a new
No,
Lalafell
no, no.
now.
Screw Tataru. She's gonna be evil. I know it. I'm
She's-
gonna win this
she's
bet.
not gonna be evil. You're gonna owe me a steak dinner.
I'm okay with that.
Kala's gonna have to walk around with a sash saying she loves me. It's gonna be great.
Seriously, this is gonna happen.
I
Kokomuo
can't even
says...
hit this guy,
you have to jump on.
and I'm fucking dead.
Kokomuo says, though all the Scions that have come back show some form, some come back from loss. Tola lost her sight. Thancred lost his touch with magic.
And an eye,
so
apparently.
And an eye.
They didn't show Edith's face. Did something happen to her too? Death is not
Probably.
the only loss they can use. That's a good point.
And
They
that's
don't
actually
have
solid.
to-
Okay.
They don't have to like kill off the characters. They could actually affect them in negative ways and really serious ways in the story. And
Okay, I'll roll with
And
that.
so you can think, oh, well, what's going to happen to this guy now? He lost his arm and his leg, and they grew a penis on the back of his head. I mean, what are they going to do to him now?
Okay, that's fair. That could be something possible. Like I said, we're only judging everything we've seen this far. Like, I want to speculate, but I don't at the same time, because then it makes me think about it more.
Speculation is pretty much all we can do. This
Yeah.
kind of thing. If you don't speculate, you're not doing the
We
job.
we regulate.
Yeah, that too.
Regulators.
I think the other thing is that, we speculate because we give a shit.
I can agree with that.
Yes.
In some way. Some people care more than others. Jeff,
Wait, what?
you don't care. It's okay.
I
It's
don't
okay to not care.
at all. I don't care at all, to be honest. Like,
Okay,
things can go either way.
we've established that Jeff doesn't care.
Okay, so let's
Let's
talk
go.
about something that you do care about. Stuff like Diadem.
You got them pants. God, those are so good. Yo, I think we don't get credit on this, by the way.
We know.
No one stayed there. Someone's got to stay there. Otherwise, we don't get credit. We have to reset our credit.
So, like we're talking about here, Diadem is fun and kind of a pain. Simultaneously.
I like it.
So,
It just reminds me of Dynamis and
Sky.
yeah.
well, I see Skynimus everywhere, so. Which means
I
nothing
think
to me because I didn't play 11.
I think it would be a lot. It would be a lot better if it didn't require more than 8. Because as it stands right now, it definitely requires more than 8. I mean,
Well-
it's good that we have people, but forward thinking, right? Like
Kind of
say
morphable content.
6 months from now, no one will be doing this.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, people wanted content that you could do with more than 8, that wasn't coil, and that wasn't, like, the, like, the tower stuff. Because
True.
not everybody has 24 people on at all times.
And that's very true. I mean, the one downside about it is that it's not morphable. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't
like,
scale
this
the amount of people you have.
This is dead the moment 3.2 comes out.
Unless they find somebody to keep it relevant like they did with Hunts every so often.
I mean, but that's been true of a lot of older content. They just shoehorn things into the older content that forces you to do it, which is what they might do for
I
this.
mean, they might do like
Yeah.
a DSM level 2 or some shit.
It'll be for the Relic Watch.
Oh, Jeebus.
See?
That would
You
be
didn't even
terrible.
why didn't you think about that, Jeff? That's so obvious.
Because I don't want it to happen.
Because you gotta think about this is quote-unquote casual content, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Relic is
kill me
casual
now.
content, right?
Just kill me now.
Steve Dork says he likes playing Metal Gear Solid when gathering, so I'm assuming that he's talking about Diadem when he says that.
That actually works. You're running around mobs and shit. I'm just gonna stay here since we're dead. Yeah, no, it's the thing that I find a little weird is kind of how people have gravitated to that one specific spot, the one that we're at right now, aka Dinosaur Island.
People
It's-
like dinosaurs, what can you say?
It's very interesting. Like I think the free reign exploration aspect is lost because the efficiency at this one spot is insane. So I'm wondering if the devs have any intentions on maybe looking into that in the future.
Maybe making more of the objectives like required.
Sure, that would be good too.
I don't know. I don't like this fight. Like, we're doing this fucking Brachiosaur, and it's just let's meteor, and there's no way to survive it without essentially glitching the fight.
You can, but your healers have to be ready for it every time.
Yeah, because it does a percentage. Oh, we still got a gold. Holy shit.
Yeah, they'll always do the meteor, and then as long as your healers top everybody off, you will survive until the next meteor.
No,
Yeah,
because
rinse and
he's fucking.
It
Because
will
he's-
happen, I promise you.
No, because he turns around and it's fucking head swipe thing. Oh god, I don't even know. You know what I
You
mean?
you can still survive the mechanics, Jeff. You just have the
Like,
party
no,
has to be on top of it, and
I
there's
survived
a
the
little bit of
meteor.
luck involved, but you can survive it just fine.
It's
I think
feasible.
Is the point that they're making.
And the problem is that because that fight is so hectic with his massive AoEs and his large directional attack, that the party gets split. And if you're not attentive, then, like we were just talking about, they're not stacked on the healers. So you can't AoE heal as quickly as you would like to, so you're single target healing because people are out of the way. And so it's kind of...
You can't even... I mean, maybe I'm just dumb, but he immediately fucking auto attacks, not auto attack, like head sweeps or whatever after meteor, and it's like.
Where are you standing? Are you standing in front of his face?
No, I deliberately run behind him every fucking time he does it, and he just fucking randomly spins like. He didn't target the dude next to me with the head spin, with the head swipe thing. It's not... Like, I wouldn't have said this. Like, I obviously understand how healers and shit work. So, like, if I can see it being survivable, I would have been like, oh, it's survivable. And I wouldn't have even brought this up. But, to me...
Do you feel in current
not.
implementation it's not?
Like, to me, it's like... Why, hello there. We have, we have meteor happening, and then the people who are alive have like a 50% chance of living, regardless of if you're healed or not, because he hurts, and I don't know how anyone but a tank with like all their cooldowns popped, not all, but with like cooldowns popped, could survive it. So, like, you'd have to have only tanks hitting it during meteor, and then, like, you'd have to, like, focus heal your tanks, and have, like, your DPS, like, way out of range, because his AoE range is huge.
It's gigantic!
So, I mean, what are you wanting them to make it easier? Because I definitely
I don't want
want
to make
that.
it easier. I mean, like, don't make it something ridiculous, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just ridiculous.
If they made that damage any less than what it is now, that fight would be like nothing. It would be so easy. There's like
it'd be like
500
Celica.
people slamming on it at the same time. You can't just like be like, oh well, we'll take meteor out and maybe only do 50% damage.
No.
That would do
I don't want to
nothing.
take meteor
that
out,
would do nothing.
But meteor is like, it's not meteor that's the problem. Like, that's survivable. It's what he does afterwards.
I think it's fine that
And
he
it's
does
not,
that, though.
it's not like he does meteor and then he sits there doing nothing, waiting for you to clear up. It's like he does meteor and immediately afterwards, it's not even like one GCD. It's like meteor, boom.
Whoops!
I think that's
Sorry.
fine. I think he should do that.
And that's what I have a problem with. Meteor is fine, like by itself. Who cares? It's great. I survived every single meteor. I always died to the follow-up. Always.
No, I think there's a lot of truth to that. I think it's made to be a little more scalable, so that as your gear level does increase with those 210 drops, that you have a better chance of surviving.
Oh, that's great. I'm just saying, like, I have survived every meteor, so I don't care about the meteor, and it's just that ridiculous follow-through that happens. It's just like, what?
I have never been murdered that many times by that follow-up. I don't understand what it is that you're doing,
single
Chuck.
meteor followed up with some ridiculous... Like, it was pretty much 50-50 as far as I could tell, but I don't know, maybe I'm not paying... Like I said, I'm not paying, like, a crazy amount of attention, but, like... I'm looking at it, and it's just like, okay, meteor happened. Yay, I lived. Oh, hey, he, like, turned around, and I happened to be within the, like, first 90 degrees of his field of vision, and he does a head swipe, and I fucking
Maybe
I
you're
died.
poking him in the wrong part of his ass, and he just notices
It's
you.
so retarded, and
It
so
just
like
goes
the next
right after
time I'm
you.
like, oh, let me like run to its butt so he doesn't hit me. Nope, he just decided to target the dude next to me. Or
Yeah.
maybe he's targeting me. I don't know. But
You know what? You know what? Maybe if you guys would stop trying to slice them up, you wouldn't have this problem.
Could be that would help.
my balls, my balls.
Section 9 Browncoat says something that I kind of agree with. He says, or she, I don't know which one. It's not exploring. I had
Section
an
9
expectation
Browncoat.
of
He just called me gay in my
What?
stream.
Okay, he says it's not exploring. I had an expectation of actually being on the airship as a group mount and exploring as a group. Did you guys think that it would be something like that?
I figured it was going to be Dynamis based off the description.
Ditto. I felt like this was what was gonna happen too.
Yeah, it's basically sky hunts. It's, you know, you get a cluster of people, shove them at mobs, and then you crush things. Like, I don't even understand like what happens with the Brachiosaur fight. All I know is that I die and I heal. The end. So it's and that's not a complaint, because I do like the setup of this because of all the it's not the achievements, but the what's the word I'm looking for? The things on the right hand side of my screen, like catch fish, log, harvest items.
Oh, the
Objectives.
Objectives. Oh my god, I'm so tired. All the objectives on the side. You know, it gives you something to do, but like if you're not in an FC party, you're not going to do them, because if you get in a pug and you try and do that, you're going to get flamed to shit. Because you should be at this one spot, and we need to be here for your damage. Blah 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 blah.
Also, you get screwed over if you're by yourself.
Also true. But yeah, so I guess anyone else have anything about this crazy place?
Overall I like it. I just didn't like that one particular NM. That's it.
You like Brachiosaur over or less than the Wyzant fucking buffalo piece of shit?
What's wrong with Buffalo?
Yeah, I don't die in that one.
But he's hella irritating to fight.
He's hella irritating to fight. That's totally fine. But just like what happened with like Dark was like, no, we might not get credit for this. That's ridiculous, because we were fucking fighting it, and because we all were forced to die, right, because of some ridiculous mechanic. I think
That's fair.
It's ridiculous. Maybe I'm wrong. That maybe there is like a way to completely avoid it without glitching. Because as far as I'm concerned, using environment to avoid damage is against terms of service.
It's a bannable offense.
It's a bannable offense in 11. I don't see why they would change their policy in 14 and say, yeah, by the way, just totally use the height difference. Anyway.
I can't argue that. I can't argue that at all. I mean, like you said, that whole, even the fact that we were worried that we would not get credit, even though the monster was still up and tagged, that it is a little frustrating.
Aside from that, this is actually really fun, because up until now, we've had to do things sort of solo, or like, we're just the camaraderie. I think that's the word. Is actually really cool, because we have our party, and then we have like multiple other parties from presumably different servers, and we're all, kind of working together. I mean, sometimes we're like, this guy's an idiot, blah blah blah. But I mean,
that's everything.
That's like to be expected. But I can say overall positive. Who knows? Maybe like in a week or two, everything degrades to like shit. But I mean, until then, right?
Yeah, it's still really early in its life cycle.
And the rewards are good.
I don't think good's the right term. Some of them are fucking amazing.
Like the pants you just got.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's good. I really enjoy it, but there's definitely room for improvement.
I don't think they could. I don't think they need to do much, really. Because like,
do you think they would nerf the drops?
My only complaint, literally, is of one monster in this entire, event. Could easily be tweaked, and I would have no complaints.
Alright, Joe, so you were saying you think they would nerf the drops?
Do you think they would nerf the drops because people are complaining that it's too powerful?
No.
Definitely not.
No, because casuals and hardcore raiders are not segregated. You know, like you're not. You know how like you can't just be. You get to stroll into. You can't just stroll into what's it called? A4 Savage. But you can just casually stroll into here, and because it's open to everybody, and they're like leveling the playing field. Like I think this is really sort of a stopgap for how much they fucked up the first round of Alex. To be honest.
You think?
Yep, I honestly think so. Like I think they're just doing this as a I'm sorry everybody.
Here's a
have
bunch of
whole
loot.
bunch of fucking free 210 gear. That's pretty much better, you know. Than,
Or has
really
a
is.
chance of being better.
yeah, it has a chance to be better than your A4 Savage shit.
Which is really, really good, and it keeps the community together at the same time.
Yeah, but I mean, too little, too late. I think honestly, the people who are gone, like from this game, are gone. They found better things to do, and the people who are still here, you know, either love it or hate it. I've heard people say that this is the most ridiculous thing ever.
What, Skynimus?
And they don't like it.
Now, are these the people that also like want their gear scores preserved because of casual content should not be here?
No, these are just my raider friends.
Okay.
Some of them don't like it, some of them like it. It's not unanimously hated.
But that's the thing. If you don't like it, no one's forcing you to do it.
True.
Okay, but thinking of things that that a lot of people aren't doing, and maybe some are, Lords of Verminion. Have anybody in this chat actually
No.
done it?
I have
Don't
not
give a
even
shit
touched it.
about it at all. I never did. I thought it would go the way of the gold saucer, and as far as I'm concerned, you know, no one's talking about it.
Wait, Dark, what did you say?
I go through the tutorial.
You just went through the tutorial.
I
Did we
did the
not even-
first tutorial.
Did we not even get?
Yep,
a-
we're down at DPS.
Oh my god.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, might not be good. We might not be able to do anything at this point.
Yeah, Jeff would have to get initial hate if we wanted to get credit on things, probably.
So, back to Diadem real quick. We just lost a DPS while we were doing it, and it looks like we're getting screwed because of it. Possibly, maybe.
No, that's exactly what's happening.
So, little things like
I
that
should-
can be adjusted.
I should have just peeled off
Yeah.
the boss. Wait, no, for Lords of Verminion, felt like a giant waste of time. Honestly, I think they should have done something. They should have done something better with their time. Because the amount of
Effort that went into it, oh my god!
effort going into it could have been turned into making something else better, or like a third avenue of getting gear, you know, or something, just something that could have benefited the people in this in a sort of Disciple of War manner, or even Disciple of Hand land, instead of something ridiculous like, oh, you can now play whoopee doo.
Well, I mean, there needs to be some kind of non-battle side silly content that just, keeps casual people around. That's why I stick around with things. But
for like the gap.
I just think that, for me, personally, I did the tutorial. I'm not sure how much I'm actually intending on continuing with it. It's very RTS-y, and I'm not very good at RTSs. I don't really like them very much. So, on my side, I'm kind of like, I don't know how long before the charm wears off, and I don't care anymore. And the rewards all there are, MGP, and then you have the minions, and that's about it, right?
It's MGP, isn't it? That's it.
And minions. There's the Twintania minion and the penguin.
Ooh, the penguin.
The pengy.
Just, I don't think I can.
But if you finish the tutorial, like the 24 stages of tutorial, you get like 70k MGP, which would buy a couple of dances.
And those dances are sick!
Gold dance.
Gold dance is really cool. But it looks like Lords of Verminion is not really well received in the room. That's kind of sad. I'm actually really let down by
I
that.
didn't care about it from the start. So
I mean,
I have
Same.
nothing to say about it.
I can't take any of that crap seriously because
That's not your bag.
Just like it's just not. I don't. Triple Triad, great. I don't play it, but I totally respect it. Like Lords of Verminion, no way.
Okay, do you think it might be tied to the time investment required for Lords of Verminion? Because you need to spend a lot of time, and there's a lot of information to parse. Triple Triad is you put down 4 cards and you're done.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Triple Triad, that's like, I don't want to say it's perfect, but it's close to perfect.
It's short.
It's familiar, number one, because it's not like, oh, I had to learn a brand new game. Unless Lords of Verminion was in a different FF that I didn't know about. Sorry, I'm totally. And I'll just stop talking if that's the case.
I don't think it was, but it's very much modeled after Lords of Vermilion, forgive me, which is a Japanese RPG strategy game.
Okay.
So there's that history, but not in Final Fantasy tied.
Here we go again. Your favorite fight, Jeff?
That's.
So
Where's Siri? I want to stack on you.
over here. So what about the Vanu Vanu quests? Has anybody started those?
Ooh,
Not yet.
no, not yet. But I do intend.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to. I was out of town for a couple days, so I've been trying to catch back up on everything. But I mean, that's a daily thing. Does that kind of classify as that whole casual, less than important content to you, Jeff?
No, I mean, those.
Meteor.
Like I said, this is like useful because you get cred, and you're doing something with your, like I said before, your Disciple of War, Disciple of Land, or Disciple of Hands. And I find it to be. I maxed out all of the fame on all of them, and I got the cool Terminator.
Oh, I want that.
I totally have one on my sword character. It was just something to do in the downtime. I mean, it wasn't like, woo, this is fun, but you know, I was like, whatever. You know, I used it to do stuff on the side. That's how I leveled my Chocobo quite high, because a lot of them were like, kill a bunch of this stuff, and I'm like, okay, did it every day, and you had to kill a couple of things. You had to kill a couple of things, so I just killed shit with. And you get the, you know, the achievement for not achievement.
You're cutting out every now
You
and
know.
then, Jeff.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I like the daily quests. I really do. It reminds me too much of WoW. The necessity of the WoW's daily quest to kind of progress in anything really burned me on daily quests as a whole. So I'm less inclined to do them in any other game.
Oh, and these have.
These have what now? You cut out.
These have a storyline.
That's true, and I know they all link at some point, but I don't know. It's like you say you don't care about the fluff content. I don't care about daily content. I'm weird like that. Now, is there anything else major about the 3.1 patch that you guys want to touch on?
I think
If
we've
I
covered everything. What were you saying, Dark?
It might just be me. Was I the only one who didn't realize Sky Pirates was crafted here? I'm just dumb like that, I think. I got all excited.
Wait.
I thought we'd get dungeons.
It is?
Sky Pirates
It's-
here is from crafting.
Oh, God damn it, I didn't know that.
And specialty crafted too.
I'm so sad. new Severian.
Oh, okay.
No, it's worse because it's specialist. So, like, even if you have 16 all crafters, if you didn't specialize in the craft that makes it, you can't make it.
Oh, that's ouchy. So how do you get the
Like,
piece?
for example, Rayo can only make the boots.
Oh. See, I didn't know. I thought it was like a drop somewhere or something, or like rep something. Oh no, I should have thought that better. So is it going to come from like pieces from maps or something?
I think it's red script stuff.
Oh no! Oh no!
I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I heard it's like, yeah, I heard they're easy to make, but if you don't have the specialty, you can't make it.
So are they tradable?
Yes.
So they're probably up from an arm and a leg on the market board.
Yeah, and then like if you wanna switch your specialty, it costs red scripts.
And you can only there's a timer on that, right?
Yep.
Oh god, that's horrible.
So no one person can take advantage unless they have like a specialty craft on different characters. Which is not the case in a game like this.
Yeah, that's I did not know that. Damn. Okay, well, that's poop. Now I'm less inclined to do that or pay attention because I honestly I don't craft. I'm lazy.
Oh man. Let's see, what else have I done this patch? Hunts are back.
Oh yeah, are anybody doing hunts right now?
I'm doing
Yeah.
I do hunts every day.
I did a day's worth of hunts, and it's alright, I guess. It's still slow. A lot of people have just said, fuck it. I'm not...
It's something to do, like, while, like, let's say you're in queue for, 80-minute queue for fucking, Void Arc.
Yeah, but then
Waiting
you want to join
credit.
a party and blah blah. Yeah,
But
I think
well,
this
yeah,
run
you're right.
is done.
Yeah. Yeah, this run is done. We don't have enough DPS.
Yeah.
Let's just finish our...
Okay, well then if you're gonna do that, I guess we should probably move on to emails. I guess. Okay, so because Kala is not here, she decided to type us an email because she wanted to weigh in on the 3.1 goodness. So I'm gonna go ahead and read that shit.
I didn't get this email. Man. It's fine. I'm just kidding. Whatever.
It's totally in the show notes, bro. Okay, so let's get this pulled up and we'll do it. Hello, SBXIV crew. It is I, your not-so-benevolent ruler, Calera. Because I am sick with something that is sweeping my classroom, I decided to go ahead and email everyone to get my thoughts out. Ha! My thoughts coming out interrupted. Read and quiver before my keyed words. On the 3.1 patch, I will preface this email with two things. One, a warning on the spoiler-filled content of this email, but we've already discussed that, so whatever. And two, that I have not yet attempted Thornton's Raid. Oh, wait, let's go ahead and stop here, because I have not touched Thornton's Raid yet. I totally forgot about that.
I haven't either.
Anybody? Jeff, I know that you have tended to push content like that.
I can't on my... Like, I normally do it on Sarg with, like, my friends who do shit, and I can't
You don't have the
because
eye level.
my eye levels... My eye level's way... It's 190. I'm barely struggling 180.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry, man. Okay, well, I will continue with her email, and the first part is the two new, quote, expert dungeons. The newer dungeons, Saint Moccasins Arby Burrito, was surprisingly pleasant. The scarier version of a greenhouse with all the bees, Marlboros, and budding flower men, but an overall easier to handle dungeon than the last two, Never Reap and Fractal Continuum. A friend had even warned me that one of the fights was not mage-friendly, but I found myself not wanting to tear my hair out as much as I had during Never Reap. Then again, Never Reap was a test of endurance and patience with how long you could last before finally breaking down into tears, falling to your knees, and then casting your gaze upon heaven while asking the gods up on the 18th floor to have mercy upon your soul before contemplating either abandoning ship or wishing that the gusted winds of air would drop you down to your grisly death below. Damn, Kala. Jeez. What was more shocking, and shall I say disappointing, was how Pharaoh Sirius hard was seriously not that hard. Yes, there were a bit of a learning curve as to what to do, but...
See what you did there.
Yeah, she did it too! Yes, there was a bit of a learning
Hello.
curve as to what to do, but after our recent stint into Pharaoh Sirius Normal, our silly little jobless eye-level run that we did where we died horribly, I was hoping for something with a bit more bite than bark. The experience into the bowels of the tower also made me think that the dungeon would have been better suited for an instance version of palaces like the Ogamoro Mines, which is basically what I said. Sure, the overworld version exists and precludes the necessity for such dungeon to exist, but at level 60 the current Beastmen strongholds is even more of a joke than it was at level 50. Please give me Beastmen I can actually break a sweat over SE, and I don't mean they're thugged out primals either. I guess we all kind of agree with that. Diadem. Hello, Skynimus. From briefly glossing over my Twitter, it appears that some people are up in arms over the gear and the casualness of the content, and the slew of otherwise eye-rolling complaints and petty snide remarks. The content is meant to be something for FCs to do, not specifically you and your raid group, but people who have gathered upon the banner. Upon one banner or in the form of a temporary alliance and just have fun. See, the thing is, everyone out there has their own form of fun. It's why this MMO is considered a theme park MMO. It has features that appeal to certain groups of people and some not at all. That's why the line at It's a Small World in Disneyland is never as long as the line at Indiana Jones Adventures, or other rides. It is meant to appeal... Oh, I lost my place. Good lord. It is meant to appeal to others while the gaggle of other people attempt other things pertaining to either their own group's interest. If you don't like that main type of content, good on you. But don't ruin the fun for other people. I happen to like it. It is mindless fun with groups of people that can reward you with glamour gear with decent but non-ground-breaking stats. It helps break up the monotony of doing nothing but hunts, experts, void arc, or the fight that may be more enticing than Titan Extreme. Yes, it is casual. Yes, it is mindless. But some people want that, and some people want to play with other friends without having to bring them into a more stress-induced environment like Alexander Savage. But, like we said earlier, that gear can actually be really, really damn good, so there's a reason for it. Void Arc.
Honestly,
Go ahead.
There's nothing you should be doing in this game other than... Sorry. I mean, it's bottom line is Alexander is normal to get your up, and
You're kind of cutting, man.
fuck my line. You know what it really... It's my connection to the team. I just forgot to beep.
Oh, okay. Well, try your point again.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Nothing I say is important. All
Bullshit.
DDM is pretty much the only thing you really should be doing.
Yeah, we kind of had that discussion earlier. Like, Diadem is basically the focus of everything because of just the gear level insanity. Okay, so, Void Art. I can safely say that Cook Lane really grosses me out, so much so that I can't help but feel my stomach tense up whenever I fly like a praying mantis into the arena. Otherwise, the story is interesting, and I'm excited to see what happens Excited to see what happens half a year from now. My hope is that by the time we find out more about the pretty Ellas and lady in the portrait, we need more pretty Ellas and ladies in the game, preferably ones that are less Dommel-like in appearance. Wow, she does not like Elizin, apparently. Verminion. To the SC staff that worked on the controls, I should fucking slap you. What the fuck were you thinking? What the fuckity fuck were you thinking? Seriously! The controls on controller are beyond stupid. For 30 minutes, I had been tapping every imaginable button on your stupid-ass fuck tutorial, and you know what happened? Fucking nothing happened, you pieces of fucked up fucking shits! Wow! Gosh damn it! I am so seethingly mad whenever I think about the amount of stupid that you hit upon side the head when you set up the controller. But keyboard and mouse? Piece of fucking cake. Gosh damn! What the hell? Table flip. Wow, Cal got some rage.
Just a little.
Just a little, right? We should all hide from her now.
Oh.
And lastly, the main story quest. If the expansion should be considered as TV seasons and the patches like episode, I have to say this episode sucked. And the only reason I say this is because of how it ended. It did not just leave off in a way that make you not yearn for more, but also left you sort of going, is that it? Kind of like the ending to a Nancy Meyers film, but might be a little better off because at least you know something will happen again in a few months' time. But is it me or did Thancred's voice seem different? Did his Japanese voice actor change? Or are they making him more rough and gritty because he has to survive in the woods by himself? I should also add that I'm quite jealous of the Nutkin. If there were a time to be a squirrel, that would have been the perfect time. Just saying. Just imagine the taste of dem nuts. Thank you for reading this email. I miss you guys. Hope to be well enough to be on again next week. Hugs and kisses, Calera.
I miss you too.
Why is this worm in the wall?
I don't know. So, any commentary on her wonderful email? No? Fine. No!
No, not because I don't have any, but because chances are you won't.
Chances are what?
We want what?
You won't hear me. Wow. I said chances are you won't hear me, and it's like chances are fucking cut the fuck out. That's exactly right.
Oh, that worked out well. Alright, next one.
We're using my copy for the final version because I'm pretty sure I'm recording. Just
This is great. I can't hear half the shit you're saying. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties tonight with poor Jeff. Alright, so next email's from Pork. It says, Hey SB, I'll start off by saying that I haven't done the MSQ yet as I feel there's so much more to do in this patch. I can say that content like Thornton Extreme and the 24-man raid Void Ark are giving us raiders some good content to break the monotony. The week of the patch was dubbed by Wipefest by our FC as we woke up at 3 a.m. to try and clear some of the new content before any of the guides got out. Void Ark was extremely fun to wipe to when we were cranky and hadn't had enough coffee. It was also great seeing people shout out strategies that were wrong. Thornton was something this game has needed for a long time. It's not only expanding on what I felt was the coolest fight in the game and making it challenging, it's providing any burnt-out raiders with something fun to do while they get their head back in the game to wipe some more. Speaking of raids, there's been a lot of talk about the Diadem and how it's screwing over the most hardcore raiders that raid for BIS gear. I can kind of understand their point, but I feel like it might be slightly overblown. And I have been around I have been in Diadem around 8 times for its full duration, won the rolls on 9 to 10 pieces. Jesus! Only 2 were usable, and 1 will be replaced by the Savage piece for its corresponding slot. The only piece that was BIS was a ring that was slightly better than my Savage ring. Currently, in those farming parties, you'll be rolling against people playing your class, and if you pug, there's no guarantee that anyone will actually be there to help you fight.
Disconnected from your channel.
Diadem is a much longer grind than Savage, and its RNG makes no guarantee that any good pieces will drop at all. In that sense, it's not screwing anyone over, but instead giving people options in order to get what's usually not as good as 210 gear. Besides, my Pegasus is beautiful. The new Minion Zerg Rush is kind of fun, but like the rest of the saucer, I wish it was implemented slightly better. The new dances in Afro to give me my Foxy Rose something to do while she's AFK.
User in your channel is recording.
Love the show, Pork.
thanks, Pork.
Okay, I just want to say I am happy that there are more female Rogadins out there. Makes me want to switch back.
Femros are awesome. I love
Yes, they
Femros.
are. They're awesome. That's what I started 2.0 in as.
I
They
think
are so ephemeral.
Oh, very good. I think my second Vantage was burned to be Ephemero. It was actually really cute. Okay, this next one is from Talon Hampton from the Brynhilder server. Enjoyed the main story quest a lot, although short. Rogadin Paladin smiles are creepy as fuck. Runishtola. Trying to get our airship done to go on exploratory missions, but our free company is pretty much dead for now. Back to recruiting. Sincerely, Talon Hampton of Victory Fanfare, Brynhilder server.
Yeah, I feel you.
But then again,
Did
you know,
FC.
what we said about earlier before we even start recording was you only really need the airship if you want to do hard.
Correct.
So you know you're not missing out on much. And I've done hard a few times. I mean, while it's nice, it's roughly the same experience, but you actually just need a lot more coordination with the group.
Fair.
Like people actually communicating and shout and stuff.
I do like to see that, of the 3 emails, they all kind of keep the same, I guess, mentality of what we have. Like, we like Diadem, but there's a few little downsides about it. It seems that people are kind of tepid on the main story quest, too.
I haven't done it yet. At
You
all.
should.
Which is why I didn't, and I also didn't care that you guys spoiled it for me. Not that we spoiled anything, because I still have no idea what happens, but,
Besides knowing that Thancred comes back.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oops.
Whoops.
This is me not really paying attention to what you guys say when you're talking about storyline.
Okay.
But like a lot of the things, again, spoiler, like we said, it really gives me hope of something like the Archangel fight, which I think might actually happen.
Because we're kind of setting that up with the whole Warriors of Darkness.
It's so set up, and I'm glad like Derplander wasn't just the Warrior of Darkness, and there are Warriors of Darkness. I think that's
Ooh,
fucking cool.
That's cool. I think that's
and
cool.
Guess what, Jeff? When you do it,
What?
you'll recognize who they are too.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Nice. I hope they're the Divine Might Angels.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Because I think that's what they were, right? In 11?
Yeah, they were. They're the Divine Knight, or yeah, that's what they
They
were.
were like our bad counterparts or some shit. I don't
Yep.
remember.
And you are pretty close on your assumption.
Ooh, yes.
Well, it was kind of obvious, but when you saw it, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, I was actually pretty because we saw the trailer, right? And you see Derplander friggin' Steel Cyclone Ravana, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, this guy just solo, Ravana.
And that would be bullshit, right?
Level 7.
Yeah.
I don't level like 300. Hey.
But yeah, that moment was actually pretty cool, and like the banter between like them and us was really cool. And I'm really wondering what they are because they almost have the same purpose as us. If you read the text, it's like, are they really bad or are they just different, or they have a different perspective?
Kind of like how the Guardians' like perspective is from their perspective, they're doing good because they're trying to stop the primals at all costs.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out. That looks really cool.
And I don't know, maybe I missed something. Were there hints about going to the moon?
End of
And the
3.0.
3.0, it's like, surprise, we're on the moon. Have
Oh,
a
that's
chat.
right. They were on the moon. That's right. Okay.
moon.
It was pretty funny because it was just like, sup guys, we're on the moon.
That's
Yeah, it like
right, I
pans out and
remember
you're like, what the fuck?
that. Okay, yeah, I remember that now.
Okay, this diadem run is totally dead. I just like
I
went
left.
all out.
I left.
I went all out on this thing and got nothing.
Only you, me, and Rayo left, so that's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this
The
Vincent
other
dude.
people aren't even here.
This
Yeah.
Vincent dude.
When the healer left, I was like, fuck this.
Oh, I thought, dude, I totally thought it was the two pugs. Anyway,
Okay, so Chief Dork in the chat actually just wrote hyperbole over 9,000, and I asked him about what. He said Calera's email, and I have not personally tried using a controller on Lords of Dominion, but she's not the only person that I've heard complain like that. So
Remember last podcast when you guys asked if I was gonna play Lords of Dominion?
you were worried
And
about
I said,
it.
No, I said, fuck no, I'm not gonna play it because I don't even like putting down friggin' Salted Earth
Correct.
on a controller. And that game looked like it would
Yes.
just be fucking hell.
yes,
And so,
I totally
fuck
remember
no.
you saying that. You're like,
Fuck
I have,
no.
you're like, I hate putting no salt to earth enough.
Yeah, you're probably right, but I'm actually going to go ahead, like, tonight after the cast is done, which is, like, in the next 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and actually try this, because I want to see how bad this actually is, and see if she is, in fact, correct. So
It's much
expect
better on keyboard.
salty-ass, like, tweets in a little bit. But with that, challenge set out there, I think we're going to go ahead and start closing up. Oro, unfortunately, had to step away to take care of some business and hasn't come back yet, and I think...
Taking care of business.
Working overtime! But yeah, I think that we've touched on everything that we really wanted to touch about 3.1, and hopefully people are enjoying what's going out there so far.
You know, I actually am enjoying this patch because it is very laid back, but it is a lot of content to do. That is laid back content, and since, you know, we talked about it before we cast, is like randomly there aren't a lot of people on who are doing the same things. So it's kind of nice to be able to just be like, all right, well, I'm just do my hunts. But then when people are on, we can do something like we did today, where we grab some people to do them and stuff.
Yeah, just go balls to the wall. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, let's go ahead and close this bad boy up. You can find our Twitter. It's at SBXIV. Our email is new. It's podcast@sequencebreak.com. So please pay attention if you're sending emails. Send it to the new one. Our Patreon is patreon.com/SBXIV. And now we're going to go into host plugs. So, Jeff, you want to throw something?
Please follow us on Twitter and Twitch and YouTube. We haven't done much with our YouTube and Twitch, mainly because we just started 3.1. But never fear, we're gonna get back to it. We're probably gonna put this episode up. So like and subscribe, etc. If you really like this episode. I don't know, dislike it if you don't like it. But let us know why.
Don't dislike any
comments.
episodes. Don't do that.
He's
Let us
back!
know in the comment, by the way, and welcome back, Oro. Like what we can do. Like you can email us. You can let us know in the comments. You can let us know in the comments on our website. There's so many avenues to talk to us, and we read all of your comments. So yes, that's what I have to say.
All right, Joe.
Follow me on Twitter, J0SHIMITSU. There's also my Instagram and my Twitch. I haven't been streaming lately because I'm lazy and you don't want to watch me join hunt parties for a few hours. But I'm getting that 210 gear, so.
210.
Yep.
All right, Dark, you want to throw something out?
Sure. Is my mic working?
Yes.
No.
Nope.
Follow me on Twitter at FreckledKorean. And watch possibly Josh and I stream on his channel, I guess. Sometime.
Sometimes. Oro.
Akamichi.net. All you need to know, bitches.
And you can find me on Twitter, CIRRISIAN. Today's podcast probably sounds a little disjointed because we decided to try and stream simultaneously. It may have gotten in the way here or there. Please let us know. We wanted to actually stream a little because we haven't done any streaming of the new content, and let us know if this is a decent format, if you don't like it, what we can change, whether you want to see more streams, blah 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 blah. So please hit us up.
Right.
Let us know about what we're doing. We want to make it good for you. And I think that's everybody. So I think
Was it good for you?
Oh, hand me that cigarette.
You walked right into it.
Yes, I did.
Walked right into it.
That's
All
what
right.
I said.
Ooh, stop that. All right, say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Are you going to still stream, or are you going to cut the stream too?
I think I'm going to cut the stream unless we decide to do something else, and then we'll see what goes on. So, bye!
Peace.
Jeff, are you gonna put the Twitch recording on YouTube?
No. Because we don't need to do that, do we? I mean, we didn't do anything specific for our Twitch, did we?
Well, if you when the stream goes off, it'll automatically archive, and then you could export to YouTube that way, and it'll make it a lot easier. Just one click,
Oh, that's good.
make it a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm. But then that's a raw, unedited version with my mic cutting out.
Oh, that's right, 'cause it's my version.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, I don't really care.
we're gonna have that no matter what because during the show you had to book out.
I saved it. I saved
Yeah,
that
but
recording.
you didn't save the whole recording though, right?
Yeah, but you can use like my half, can't you?
You have to splice
No.
it or
Yeah.
something. It's a little more
I
work.
guess I can do that.
Don't put
I
more
mean,
work
if
for
you don't-
Oro.
Like I said, if you don't want to do it, don't care. It's not a big deal. Like I said, nothing I say has any importance anyway.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means you're just not gonna hear me say anything. I mean, I think from now on I have to fucking VPN to podcast
That sucks.
because
I'm
this
gonna
has
cut
been
stream.
happening. This
Bye,
has
stream.
been happening for the last couple of days.
Oh, actually,
Because-
Kokomo
Yeah,
says
that
you'd
sucks.
also have all the stream visual itself, unlike the normal UTET format. But yeah,
Which
That's
Yeah,
just
is
smart.
actually,
that's what I was.
I think
that's what I was asking about.
I think we can do that. That's cool.
Okay.
So just
Bye, stream.
upload your copy, Jeff, and bye stream. And
Bye, stream.